G'day cunts! I know it's been a hot minute since I've hit you guys with any new content. With the lockdowns and the various COVID restrictions that are happening here in Melbourne, Victoria, I've had a hard time summoning the motivation and the energy to get stuck into some hobby because the tournament's being shut down and not being able to have your friends over for casual games has just really put a damper on the ability for me to generate the content that I love and that you love. However, with those lockdowns looking to be lifting soon, I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things, and I thought what a better way to start off than going back to where I started as a hobbyist. So way back before I'd even heard of Warhammer, I was introduced to a game called Risk. For Christmas one year, we got a box from an op shop that was missing several pieces, missing several components, but it was still a functional game, and we played classic Risk, my brother and I, and that started me on the journey that's led to Warhammer and has led to this podcast and led to the various things that I do within the community, the tournaments, the friendships, the relationships, all of that amazing stuff all came from that original spawning point of playing Risk. So as soon as I heard that Warhammer 40k were doing a version, I instantly bought it, and I'm very excited to do an unboxing video and hopefully some battle reports down the track. So in today's video, we're going to unbox it and just show you the contents. Then I might do a detailed review on the variance, the difference in variant between standard Risk and the Warhammer 40k version and how it differs. And then hopefully get some prominent Warhammer 40k players over to film some battle reports and see how the competitive 40k mindset maps onto a game like Risk. See if the 40k players do their standard thing and break the game, or whether it's a functional, long-lasting, and enjoyable experience. So I hope you guys are with me for the journey, and yeah, let's get stuck straight into it.
Blood for the Blood God presents the Bloody Oath Podcast.
All right, let's start this unboxing video by taking the seal off. This is always the most exciting part of the unboxing video for me. It's just that sensation you get of opening a brand new product. I know growing up, one of my most exciting parts about Warhammer was just buying it, and then when the postie delivered it. As kids, we used to all run out onto the street and meet the postie at the front of the property because we were so excited to get our Warhammer, just because we wanted to do that. The unwrapping. We often didn't even get around to building or painting it. We just purchased it and then we're excited to unpack it. All right, let's take the lid off this bitch. See what's inside. All right, so you start off with your instruction manuals. Very standard stuff. It's a very 40k artwork style. I like that. It almost feels like a codex or a rule book. I'll go through these rules separately in a video where I will compare the 40k version to traditional Risk. I know straight off the bat there's a few key differences, one of them being these little tokens, which is your leader. And basically you get to use them to give certain areas of the board a buff, which is pretty cool. All right. As with all board games, one of the most important components is the board itself. Let's have a look-see. Oh shit, it's big. Oh, it's a good size. Let's see if I can even fit the whole thing on camera. I might not have framed this very well. Let's move the box for now. All right, so up the back there, we've got the map. And as you can see, it's got your different layout than the standard Risk game, which is good because it means that there's going to be some discovery to be made. Whereas if it was just the same map, you know, the same planet Earth, you'd have everybody's already got a pretty well-established meta in traditional Risk. Whereas there'll be a bit of a discovery process of finding out which properties, or which territories, I should say, are best places to start, which places are the most vulnerable, where can you corner your opponent, those sorts of things. Then inside the box, we've got the 5 different factions and all their little minis. Let's bust these guys out and have a close-up look at some of the details. So each faction comes with 2 different two different models. So here we've got a little Chaos Space Marine. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick that up, but little Chaos Space Marine, keep focused. He's pretty cool. It's actually not bad detail for a like his little backpack. That's fucking cool. I like it. So that's your Chaos Space Marine, and then their vehicle is this little Helldrake, which is very cool. Very, very cool. So that's your Chaos, which is likely to be the faction that I'll play mostly, regardless of whether or not, because they all get their own faction bonus. Whether any of the other ones are more powerful, I don't really care. I want to play Chaos because I love that shit. But we'll see what happens. Alright, Space Marine, the vehicle looks like a repulsor. So it's got that Primaris feel to it. And then your standard foot soldier is just a intercessor. The next faction, what do we got? We got Eldar. So their basic troop is just an Eldar Guardian. As you can see, they're quite good detail on these minis. Not bad. And then we have a Falcon Grav Tank. Next up, we have the Orcs. So we have a battle wagon, a little mini battle wagon. That's adorable. And then it's some shooter boys. Very cool. A small part of me wants to have a go at painting these, but another much larger part of me can't be fucked. Alright, and then we've got, last one is Genestealer Cult, which I thought was interesting faction choice. They got their Rock Grinder transport. And for the infantry model, they have these hybrids, which is pretty cool. I'm surprised they didn't go with just traditional Tyranids, or maybe Guard or something like that, because you've got one Imperial faction, one Chaos faction, and then 3 Xenos factions. I thought that was interesting. I probably would have done something like Guard, but yeah, it is what it is. Now we have the next part of the unboxing, which is the decks of cards. So these are all your territory cards. I'll go through the detail of these in the next video where I'll explain how it all works. But as you can see, they've got all your different values on there. This is more just showing you what you get. They're pretty good quality cards by the feel of it. Pretty standard, nothing too special there. Ah, fuck. And next we have the next deck of cards, which has your leader cards, which shows you your who your leader is and what their buff is, and obviously which of the tokens corresponds to your leader. And then you've basically got a series of rewards, major and minor, and then objectives, major and minor. And that's basically the process of how you achieve victory. So you got your objectives and rewards, your territory cards, all your units, and then we have everybody's favorite part, dice. The quality of these dice is actually pretty garbage. I mean, it's not too bad, but like little things. I'm really pedantic with this sort of stuff where I'm not sure if it'll show up well on camera, but the color of the red pips on the black dice isn't the same color as the red of the dice when you've got red and black. And this is why often when I'm getting my own dice or doing custom dice or anything like that, I try to steer clear of that sort of situation. I'll either get like all of the dice will be like either white and black or black and white, and that way it all just works fine. Or I'll do something where I'll have like all white dice and then all red dice with black pips on both. So you're not having to try to color match the dice with the color of the paint on the pips. I know that's just me being pedantic as fuck, but sue me. It's got this nice little dice holdery bit there. I assume that's what that's for. And then you've got your tokens. So that's pretty cool. Just double check that there's nothing underneath. There usually is not. Nope, there's nothing in there. So that is the unboxing video for Warhammer 40k Risk. So the next video that I'll do, which I'm planning to film over the next couple of days because I've got nothing else on because it's lockdowns. So I'm planning to film a detailed breakdown of how the game works, sort of a step-by-step. And then we'll follow up from that with a couple of battle reports as soon as we can. As soon as Big Daddy Government says we can, we will. We're currently in a situation where I'm a fully vaxxed person. I can have a fully vaccinated friend. We both have received a negative test and we're still not allowed to visit each other in our own private property, which without getting into the political debate is a bit ridiculous. So you'll have to bear with us and hopefully we'll get some battle reports your way soon. So thanks for tuning in. And I look forward to taking this game to the test and seeing how it goes. So we'll talk soon.
Blood for the Blood God presents the Bloody Oath Podcast.
So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that unboxing and review. I have to say, with the current lockdown restrictions here in Victoria, it's technically illegal for me, a fully vaccinated person, to have a fully vaccinated friend come visit me in my home, even if we have both received a negative test that day. So we're still trying to fight for our freedoms and still try to free up a little bit so that we can do things like battle reports coming up. So bear in mind, we are trying to do these things and we haven't forgotten about you. I am trying to generate more content. It's just with the current restrictions, it's difficult. So be patient and hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Check me out over on Patreon, where we have the custom objective marker sets available where you can get your own design generated, and we have various other places where you can show your support. So please continue to do that and we'll see you in the next one. Do your objective markers ever get lost behind terrain or other models and become difficult to see? Do they ever get bumped and accidentally moved during a game? And do they ever spark arguments about distances? Well, not anymore. Introducing the blog for the Blood God, not even remotely patented Neoprene objective markers. Made from the same material as astronaut suits, or maybe military equipment, or probably neither of those things, this 2mm thick neoprene synthetic rubber is tear resistant, water resistant, and is designed to last. But that's not all. The blog for the Blood God, not even remotely patented neoprene objective markers come in a variety of different designs and styles to suit any faction represented in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. These objective markers are a perfect gift for yourself or a friend and are a perfect way to flex and show your opponent that not only are you a smarter, cooler, and better 40k player than them, but you also have more disposable income than they do. For the low price of $25, you'll get not one, not two, but 6 neoprene objective markers perfectly designed for 9th edition Warhammer 40k. But wait, there's more. For a limited time only, people who sign up on Patreon to support Blog for the Blood God as a Skull Champion tier $5 per month member will gain access to a custom design service where I will design a unique logo to support their gaming club, like the one I did to the left here for the Potato Farmers local gaming club here in Melbourne. Follow the links in the description of this video to pick up your set today.